The outside, it is red and white. Jeff Hubbard in the red jersey and in white. Gastao Entrudo from Portugal. And Gastao sitting deeper and letting that one go. Jeff Hubbard dropping in on this one. Jeff Hubbard on the outside, comes around that section, carves nice reverse on the top part of that wave, comes into the inside, forming up in front of him. A nice section, goes for a roll, so a good wave to start off this heat for Jeff Hubbard. This 25-minute heat is already 3 minutes in. So, Greg, what's going on out there?
Well, we've just seen the current tour leader start with a strong wave. But look, the vibe's pretty relaxed out there, actually. I was speaking to a few of the competitors who have come in from their heats. They said, it's good. It's difficult. There's a lot of water moving. It's hard to know where to sit. But, everyone's pretty happy with the conditions. Good setup. They've got the VIP area, all laying on the lounges. A few people eyeing off the jacuzzi for later. But
nice.
No, look, everything's going really, really well from the rider's perspective. And I was just speaking to Kingy. He's in the next heat and he's quite anxious. But you just have these different emotions. Some of the guys are smiling, some are out sitting on their own, focusing. But generally the vibe's good.
Well, this is the leaderboard rounds. The first 3 heats of the main event are part of the leaderboard rounds. So when they compete in a heat, they're not going to get knocked out. They're just actually going for points. And Jeff Hubbard here is putting everything on the line because he would like to have that first place, which will equal to 6 points going into the leaderboard standings. And Jeff Hubbard putting together a nice first wave. This wave came in at a 5.25, and this oncoming section is going to be vital for those higher scoring waves. And Jeff Hubbard taking full advantage with a nice roll to end that wave at 5.25. Jeff Hubbard from Hawaii in the red jersey. So, again, in these first 3 heats, the first 3 rounds, this is the leaderboard rounds, where at the end of 3 heats, you will be in the leaderboard standings. And the top 16 in those standings will advance on to the next round where the competitors will go head-to-head. So right now, currently in the water, here's what we're looking at.
Well, we've got in the red the current tour leader and current heat leader, Jeff Hubbard from Hawaii. The local hero, Charly Chapelet, in the blue. He's only sitting on 3 points, but yet to get a good wave. Diego Cabrera, the charger from the Canary Islands, and then the Portuguese man in white, Gastao Entrudo. Look, he just seems super relaxed, actually. I saw him going out to his heat, and he's got his family here, and he's enjoying the island, and hopefully he can put on a performance for not only his family here, but the people back home. But he's having a look at this one now, actually. Here he is, up on a nice left.
Looks like Gastao Entrudo, the Portuguese, taking a look, and not much there, so he's getting out of dodge.
Yeah, not much there for him. But as you can see, a little bit of a wind up there. You can see that boat out the back, Manny. I think, as we mentioned during the trials finals, that's actually the Navy divers out there just patrolling the area, making sure there's no nasties underneath the water. And in the event of an emergency, they're on hand to make sure things go smoothly. But I think it's even a little bit of peace of mind for the riders as well. And the great infrastructure of this event, and the promoters have done a great job.
There is a safety procedure, a protocol that has been established here for this event. There is a very clear plan in the case of any type of emergencies. And what we have in place today, or for the duration of this event, we will always have 2 jet skis in the water, one of which may have Seamus videotaping. But hold on to that. We'll come back to the safety procedure. We have the winner of the last heat, and that is Jared Houston with Shaggy. Shaggy, where you at?
Hey, Manny, thanks very much. I'm here with Jared, my fellow countryman. Congratulations on winning that heat, man.
Thanks, bro. Stoked.
Super sick, hey?
Yeah.
Tell us about that 7.25 ride you got.
Well, I've been watching in the morning, and I've seen there's a few rights with this wind. It's like making some really peaky rams. So when that one came through, I just thought, may as well give it a go. I haven't seen anyone really go right. And, it served up 2 nice bowls. I just wanted to play it safe. It's early in the event, so I just did 2 rolls, and I got rewarded for it, so I'm stoked.
Yeah, stoked, man. Happy for you. And you got something important to say to the people back in South Africa.
Yeah, I just want to wish a big happy birthday to my little brothers and sisters. They turned 16 today. They're good kids, and so all my love to them, my love to my family, my girlfriend. Thanks for watching and supporting, all my friends. And that's about it.
Congratulations, bro. Cool. Back to you, Manny.
Wow, so there you have it, Jared Houston getting those valuable 6 points from his first heat. Now he is, one of the 8 riders who will have 6 points after this first round. So Jared Houston, very happy.
Yeah, look, very happy, and a lot of shout-outs to the family, the girl, the whole world. You can see him developing, a lot of the riders developing. Many, they're now getting their boards and their sponsors' logos for the interviews, and for me, it's just great to see the riders develop as they become higher profile professional athletes.
Yep.
Just watching them develop with the media side of things, and they're doing a great job. And I know, from my personal experience and speaking to other, their sponsors are very happy, and that's what they pay them for. They pay them to travel the world, surf the biggest waves, and get the brands out there, and they're doing a great job of it.
Well, I'm looking at the shout-outs that were handed to me from Terry McKenna. Terry McKenna actually handed me a sheet that said the Houston family is watching their boy Jared, and big love, big shout-outs from the Jared family, the Houston family to Jared. So thank you, the Houston family, for tuning in. Palmer and Fergs also tuning in to watch Dallas Singer go out in his heat number 7. Go get him, Singer, from Palmer and Fergs. So Derek Reynolds from San Clemente, California. Robert Crosby from Huntington. And Gustavo Alba saying, let's go Magno. So thank you guys for tuning in. This is the Nissan Reunion Bodyboard Pro, brought to you by Continental.
Yeah, look, a little bit of a pause in the waves, Manny, not a lot of action. But we still have Jeff Hubbard in first position with a 5.25. The other riders really waiting to bag any decent scores. Still 16 and a half minutes to go. But it's such a beautiful place. We are here.
This is Reunion Island. I've only been here a few days. First time coming to Reunion Island, and this place is very magical. What you're looking at are some images just on the outside of Silaos, which is one of the cirques, one of the calderas up above this. There's 2 big mountainous areas, and there is an area where there's 3 little I don't know what you would call them, but amphitheater, little holes in the volcano, calderas, and Silaos is one of them. And we're just surrounded by beauty here.
Up in the white, we have Gastao on another wave, just looking for, and unfortunately nothing presenting itself for him. He has to kick out of that one and get back out there. Still a good 15 minutes to go, so he's got plenty of time. But at the moment, a frustrating heat for Gastao. But I know he's got a big bank of supporters back home in Portugal. The Portuguese are very passionate about bodyboarding, and really one of the biggest markets of bodyboarding in the world. And Gastao, he's only young, 23 years of age, a super talented guy. At the moment, he's just on the cusp. He's on 20th position. He needs a good result here, otherwise he gets quite nervous about whether he can finish in the top 16. And if he's not, unfortunately, we won't see him in these events next year, or not straight through to the main event. But Diego Cabrera just had a look at that one, and unfortunately, again, not a lot of luck. But let's see, there's some sets rolling in, and again, have a look, a little bit too big, a bit of a wash through, but again, not a lot of changing on the scores. Still 14 and a half minutes to go. Jeff Hubbard, believe it or not, after 10 minutes, leading the heat with only one wave of a 5.25. And then sitting in 4th position at the moment, man, we've got Diego Cabrera. I've actually sharing some accommodation with Diego here, and he's just such a super cool guy. His English is getting better every time I see him, and but he's just such a nice guy, very passionate, very emotional guy. It means a lot to him, his bodyboarding and his career, and it's just it's great to see such a young talent who's so focused and passionate about the sport of bodyboarding.
Wow, look at that. It looks like Michelle Rosen is doing her duty as the masseuse here in Reunion Island. I believe that is Amory Laverne getting ready to go for his heat coming up. He is in the last heat of round number 1. He will be facing off with Mike Stewart, Alex Uranga, and Jerome Boulanoir. So that's coming up. Amory getting ready.
Yeah, look, I'm really looking for a big result at his home event. Look, I think you'd have to be the favourite, Manny, for this event. And
yes.
Actually, on that, you'll see that the bodyboard bet provides the option for guys to bet on the event result. And in my mind, he must be the favourite. And I think he is with the
Look
odds.
at this.
He's Jeff Hubbard.
Yeah, Jeff Hubbard finding a section. Not much there. Just one section. Jeff dropping in, going straight up. Nice roll through the lip. Jeff Hubbard on his second wave, I believe.
Yeah, no, that's Jeff's second wave. And, relative to what we've seen in this heat, that's probably going to be the second highest scoring wave of the heat, which will push him out further into the lead. And in a low scoring heat, still some time, but Jeff's looking comfortable here, the current tour leader. We can see some great clips of Jeff and what he's done this year, Manny, is the IBA YouTube channel, dedicated channel that we've set up, and it's had an amazing response. Over 600,000 views in the first 6 weeks. Just shows, the magnitude of support out there for bodyboarding, which is great to see. The Snakes and Ladders team do an amazing job with the media. The daily clips they do. You've got event highlights from every day of competition, and a new function that you'll see today being launched is a full heat by heat replay. So if you miss your favourite rider's heat, you want to log back on, 2 to 3 hours after the event, you can go to the YouTube channel and watch the whole heat in its entirety. So if you want to go back and you need to pop out to work, you need to do something, you might miss this next heat, which is a pretty special one with Tamega, Kingy. You can get back online straight after the event and watch the heat replay. But here we have in the blue, Charly Chapelet.
That was a little paddle battle going off right there. Charly Chapelet, I believe, had priority because the rider behind him actually pulled off. So Charly Chapelet opting to go on that one, but not much there for Charly Chapelet. So Charly making his way back out into G's channel.
Yeah. And here he is, the local man, received a wild card into the event. We saw how well he did in Chile. He got through in Arica, through to the main event with some amazing surfing. And look at him there, very happy again. Local of the island, very high profile here. You speak to all the locals, they speak very highly of Charly as a person and as a rider. So unfortunately, he's still got some work to do in this heat, but again, one to watch because it's going to be very interesting watching the locals take on the world's best. But here we have in the next heat, as we talk about, Tamega, the legend, the 6-time champion of the world, getting ready to enter. But on the wave right now, Manny, we've got Diego Cabrera looking for something, right in the high line, looking for a section. Looks like he's have to work his way around that. Unfortunately, just not there. He pulls in, and will he come out of there? No, so I don't think that one's a keeper. But at the moment, his highest score is a 1.0, so hopefully he'll replace that one.
I'm sure it's replaceable. He has 10 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in this heat, so Diego has to, relax, cool down, and find that wave. Wave selection is huge. Look at this, another right-hander oncoming section for Gastao. Entrudo, the Portuguese, busts through the lip, goes for a late roll, and I don't think he's going to punch out of that one. So now the riders looking a little anxious out there with a little over half of the heat already over.
Yeah, only 10 minutes to go, Manny. And we've seen a few guys successfully pick off the right-handers. Unfortunately for Gastao, it didn't work for him in that case. But he, with the wind going there cross shore, I think you saw Jared Houston's highest scoring wave was on a right. I saw all the South Africans have had to go on the right, actually. We saw Wes Fisher get a good punt. We saw Mark McCarthy take one. So, there are opportunities there for scores, but it's very hard because the waves these are predominantly a left. It's a high risk strategy to sit there waiting for the right. But Manny, we've got the current situation on the screen.
Yes, looking at the current scores in the water, all the scores have dropped. So Jeff Hubbard leading the charge with a 9.9 total combined score. Charly Chapelet, the local boy, is here in second place with a 5.5 combined total. Needs a 6.9 to get into that first place spot. Diego Cabrera, he is coming in at a 2.65. He needs to dig deep if he wants to get into that first place spot. He needs an 8.25 and only a 3.85 for second place. Gastao, he needs to step it up right now. 8.55 to get in that first place spot or 4.15 for second. So here we are, up and riding action. Charly Chapelet.
So this one's building across. It looks very nice. Pulls under the lip and rolls out of there. Using his local knowledge very well. Setting himself up for the next section. It sometimes does bowl in that end section, but unfortunately not for Charly there. But he's, again, only replacing a 3.0, which I think...
Whoa!
Jeff Hubbard.
Wow, went straight to the live action. Jeff landing, and I believe that was a roll. So Jeff Hubbard back-to-back with Charly Chapelet on the outside. Jeff getting back out to the lineup as quickly as possible. 8 minutes remaining in this heat. Heat number 4, round number 1 in the leaderboards.
Here we have a replay of Charly Chapelet's wave. He's looking for a 6.9 on this to jump into first position. I think he may trouble the scorers with this one because he's under the lip, nice little barrel, and rolls out of there. And he rides back onto the open face, looking for something else. It doesn't really work for him, but he gets back into that pocket. And unfortunately, that's all he could produce for that wave. But I really think it will no doubt better his previous highest score of a 3.0. And puts him comfortably into second place with 7.5 minutes to go. The local boy, Charly Chapelet.
Oh, you can see the boat, the safety boat. We've been talking about the safety procedure throughout the morning, and the safety boat on the outside is just one of the 4 things that are in place right now. There's a safe zone using shark shields on the outside of the water, outside of the dropping in or the section where everybody's hanging out. We also have a lifeguard on a paddleboard. 2 jet skis are always in the lineup, and also that boat on the outside with Navy divers always keeping an eye out from anything that could happen out there. So we got a nice butt shot from David Hubbard doing a stretching, the forward bend. But that's the thing about these guys. They're very flexible, very physically fit, and David Hubbard is one of those guys to always keep an eye out because he's very consistent and can do pretty much anything on any wave. David Hubbard.
Oh, for sure. We've got a wave coming here. Just looking at it in the red, Jeff Hubbard. It's his brother, actually, reversing into this one. Looking for the section. Looks like a little bowl for him. Very nice. I think that's going to maybe replace. Or he's looking to replace a 5.25. So let's see what the judges think. But Jeff Hubbard, if nothing, holding on his position. And here we have the replay. Manny said he nice and early. While he's waiting for the section, he banks a nice little reverse. Bottom man turning, stalling, waiting for the wave to form up, and then bang, nice timing. There we go. Nice air roll. Lands smoothly and comes out. I think that it's one of the better waves we've seen for this heat. Jeff Hubbard looking very good, current to a leader. And while his brother sits on the rocks stretching, he's showing him what to do. But Jeff is an amazing athlete, an amazing person as well, and current to a leader, and deservedly so. We've seen that that amazing comeback performance in Hawaii. And then those amazing conditions in Mexico. He pulled it out of the bag, Manny. What are your thoughts on Jeff's chances for the rest of the year?
Well, Jeff is definitely in the world title race. He's already has a few under his belt. He has 2 under his belt. Can he make it a 3rd? So Jeff Hubbard looking really good for the title race. And like PLC, Pierre-Louis Costa said, this is a huge event. Who will be knocked out? Who will be still in the run for the world title? Jeff Hubbard is always looking good, with or without this event, but he can't leave his guard down. There's his brother, David Hubbard, in the yellow jersey. He's also has a chance as well. Yeah,
look, Dave's had a mixed year. He's had some good results, but probably he really needs a win today if he wants to chase for the world title. But on Jeff Hubbard, it's interesting. He's one of the most likeable guys on tour, but all the other riders are sort of crossing their fingers that he doesn't win, because if he gets that 3rd win, it's going to make it very difficult for the other riders to surpass him for the world title race. So we saw in Sintra, you had I think it was the quarterfinal with Jones Russell, and the whole field was just backing Jones Russell to win, because they just didn't want Jeff to get that other win, because he would have extended his lead and put them out of contention. But here we see the riders kicking back in the Red Bull VIP area. The Turbo boys, Jared and Elliot, both with wins in their first heat, so they're looking relaxed and comfortable. And Wes Fisher, the wild card, and there he is.
So the boys just chilling, relaxing, getting ready. Actually, keeping an eye on the water too, visualizing on seeing the conditions change throughout the day. Not much of a big tidal difference, so the conditions will stay relatively the same, except for the wind. The wind could stop. The wind could pick up even more. So they're just making sure they know what's happening out in the water at any given moment.
Yeah, I was speaking to a couple of the locals just between heats before, Manny, and asked about the wind, and if anything, they expect it to ease as the day progresses. The wind direction should stay consistent, but they're expecting the wind to ease. So I think we're in for a good day of competition. It's not going to deteriorate from here, and if anything, might clean up a little bit in the afternoon. So that's positive, and so we're going to go bang bang round 1 and 2. So got another good 4 to 5 hours of action ahead of us. So I know the audience back in Australia have got a long weekend, and we're getting pretty close to grand final time for the footy in Australia.
Woo.
But now here's where the action's at. It's in the blue, the local
Whoa,
boy,
look
Charly
at this nice
Chapelet.
wave. Charly Chapelet coming around the section, but as he does, is there anything going to happen for him? No, nothing there, Charly. Out of there. And there looked like another wave on the outside. Was anybody in position for that one? And another wave just washing through. Charly Chapelet grabbing a similar wave just like that, but not much there for these bigger waves just washing through over the reef.
Yeah, it's the bigger ones, Manny. They're not always the best out here. They seem to push across the reef. They don't present the sections that the riders are searching for. And so it's not always, in a lot of events, there we have.
Is Magno really signing an autograph from the jacuzzi? And how did that little kid get in the VIP section?
Yeah, well, someone call security, please. But look, Magno enjoying the good life. That jacuzzi provided there in the riders area, just showing how far the tour has come. The riders are treated as superstars. They are deserved superstars, and very exciting there. But what you may have seen there, Manny, he was signing the event poster, and I've got some exciting news for the audience out there. We mentioned the online shop where you can buy the new IBA merchandise, the hats, which I'm supporting, got the shirts that we're both wearing. But we have a promotion to launch the IBA shop. So again, here we've got the hat, we've got your shirt here, Manny. It comes in both black and white. But there are 5...
I wanted to wear the black one today, but you're wearing it, so now I opted for the white one. So
yeah, I wore the white yesterday,
we're switching
Manny.
tomorrow.
It was a bit dirty. So, but no, yeah. So if you buy a shirt or hat online during the contest period, you go in the running to win a fully signed event poster from the top 24 riders here today. So there's 5 posters on offer, and so you will enter the draw. So you buy a shirt, you buy a hat, and you might get a pleasant surprise with a fully signed event poster in the package with you.
So all these guys right here signed those posters. PLC, Jared, all the boys signing these 5 posters?
5 posters on offer.
Nice.
And, but to be in contention to get the poster, you need to buy a shirt or buy a hat. We'll take your details, put you into a draw, and we'll announce the winners at the conclusion of the event period. But we have Red up and riding. Jeff Hubbard again. Bang, nice there. That was probably the highest scoring wave of the heat. Only 50 seconds to go, Manny. Jeff Hubbard's way out in front, and I think that'll solidify his position. But let's have a look at this again.
Well, Jeff's his timing is always impeccable. His timing is probably some of the best, if not the best, in the world for doing maneuvers like this, inverted air, and his landings are also perfect. So Jeff Hubbard has been known as the aerial artist, and that is the reason why. Timing and landing perfect.
Look, that was a nice wave, Manny, and it's probably one of the highest scoring waves of the heat. But you contrast that to Jake Stone's punt earlier, and it probably just not as high scoring. Jake Stone, a lot more projection, got his whole body out of the water, and the style was just a little bit better. But that's the end of the heat. Jeff Hubbard's through, and he starts round 1 like he traditionally does with a win, and he's looking very good. And Charly Chapelet, the local boy, finishes second. Unfortunately, Diego and Gastao, very low scores, unable to get the waves they needed, with Diego in third and Gastao in fourth. So these boys a bit of pressure for their heat this afternoon to get a top 2 position. But there you see the heat winner, Jeff Hubbard, riding his way across those rocks. And those rocks, Manny, they are littered with urchins. I've been out there a couple of times, and it's amazing. I've never seen so many sea urchins. So the riders need to be careful. And we actually had one of the local riders, we didn't see at the time, but he actually hit the reef this morning and copped an urchin in the face. So
no.
That's our friend Emmanuel Manu.
Oh, Manu did.
Yeah, and so I saw him out there icing his face with a Red Bull. But he kissed the reef this morning. And the other thing we didn't see...
Hey Manny, I'm here with Jeff. Jeff just won the last heat. Congratulations, bro.
Thanks, Shaggy. Yeah, it was pretty tough out there. I mean, the wind's blowing real strong, so the lips are a little frothy, and it's there's some rogue sets, so it's all over the place. I was just trying to get my score, just trying to build a little house there, and could never get past that 5-point range, which is kind of frustrating. I just want to kind of open up at the end of the heat and yeah, I just couldn't really get much. But you know, I was stoked to come over with a win, and yeah, it's cool. I've been here in a reunion for like a week already, and it's been so nice. A beautiful island and some pretty sick waves. That's a lot of fun. A lot of swell. That swells like every day, and so that's pretty awesome. Just having a great time here.
That's awesome, man. And well, you've won the first heat now. Now you can relax a little bit for round 2. And you want to say hello to anybody out there?
Yeah, I just want to say hi to my wife, my lovely wife Heather. Hi, love you. Hope you're doing good, and just the rest of my family back on Kauai and all over there, all my fans and everyone. Aloha, guys. How's it?
Cool. Thanks, Jeff. And back to you, Manny.
Well,